Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Today's Sunday. Doing a little bit of a late live stream today, later than our usual time. But today, got a very special live Q&A for you guys today. The topic, as you can see, is I'm investing between 1 and 10K into new e-commerce businesses. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you've been wanting to start a successful e-commerce business, now's the time for you to partner up with myself as well as my team of successful sellers, both Shopify and Amazon. We all own brands and we're all working on growing them together to basically build a successful business. So there's going to be a link down below, and I wanted to take this Sunday to just kind of have this as a topic and host questions and answers. What's going on, Daniel? What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Alpha? Super happy to see you. How's your Sunday going? I've had a really good one myself. I had was very busy today. I had my live call with students for like 2 hours earlier, and then I had my martial arts class this morning. So I've been doing martial arts the past few months, which is really, really good. Been working out hard. I'm in cutting season now, so summer's coming around. So I've been bulking for like 8 months. So now it's time to really shred the weight, shred the fat. And I hit 315 5x5 on the squat the other day, which is cool. Respectable weight. But yeah, if you have any questions whatsoever about e-commerce, about life, it's funny, on our student call today with Econ Freedom members, we talked a lot about just like a lot of questions, man. Like people were asking questions about mindset. It was really good. Mostly we talked a little bit about e-commerce, but the tactics are the tactics. Like the tactics are always the 20%. The rest of it is always the mindset, the 80%. There's all these questions that people have in life, especially when you're starting out. Like so many things, right? Some guy asked me about burning your bridges. What's the right thing to do there? Another guy asked me what were the things I was fearful of, or I was worrying about when I was starting out. So yeah. But for today's live Q&A, you can ask me any questions that you have. So basically, what I decided to do is I've been selling, products online for the past 4 years, since 2017. Been very successful at it. It's been a great journey, and I came to the point in my journey where I can see. Obviously, I've seen the massive potential with e-commerce. I've been in it. It's literally been living and breathing it for the past several years, and it will continue to be my life, probably for the rest of my life. And so, I've put together this team and my company in Ecom Freedom, which is our coaching company, which you can find the courses down below at a discount, 60-75% off, free trial. If you're interested, if you want to start a successful business, it's by far the best investment that you can make in yourself, like no doubt about it, and you'll see for yourself. But, I came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm growing my own brands. My team is growing their brands, but we have all this experience put together. Why not reinvest and use some of the money and help out new entrepreneurs, with that startup capital? I got my green tea here. Really good for cutting. Green tea is a natural fat burner. So you find the link down below to apply for the Ecom Freedom VC. It's www.econfreedom.com/VC. Look, if I was starting out today, when I was starting out, I only had $1,000. And then I basically, I had to like hustle. I was cleaning windows. If you've seen my story, then you see all the window cleaning videos from the very beginning on my channel. So I was hustling, and my first product inventory cost me about $1,800. So, I didn't have all that much startup capital. Most of you probably don't have that much startup capital. So how the Ecom Freedom VC works is there's an application process below, and the deadline is wrong, by the way, on the page. We decided to extend the deadline, so don't look at the deadline, just because we've got a ton of applications. But most people, they don't really put effort into it. Most people, they kind of just like fill out the application in a half-assed way. Literally, I get answers with like a letter, like A or B or C. So yeah, if you really want to, I guess, have a good chance of partnering up with us and being an Ecom Freedom VC brand, which, basically what you're going to get is you're going to get a direct line with me. You're going to get my personal phone number. You're going to get access to our Slack with our team. So myself, Jeff, Josh, everybody who are all running and doing thousands of dollars every day with e-commerce. And yeah, I'm going to put the link below. I'm going to put the link here, Daniel. So basically, you're going to be able to get a direct line with myself. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. For me to grow a brand, a new e-commerce brand from 0 to 7 figures, 8 figures is like this, like so easy, because I've I've done it so many times and I've been doing it for so long. Got to turn up the AC. It's really on here. But yeah, the link is below. And how it's going to work is that, when I look at those applications, I look at them myself. My team helps me, of course, but I look at the person first and foremost. So, the person, I look at what's your background. If you're talented, if you really are committing to this, if you're showing that you really want this for yourself. I look at the brand idea. So you have to have a brand idea for you to actually apply. So, if you don't have a brand idea, if you don't have a specific product idea, find a product idea, and then you can apply. If you don't have so many Dans on here, there's a lot of Dans. It's a common name. It's a great name. Really happy my parents named me Dan, honestly. But you have to have a product idea. So not super hard. You can watch my videos on that. I've got tons of product research videos. You can also join our coaching, our programs. We've got the best e-commerce programs in the world. Always being updated to get lifetime access, lifetime mentorship. The price is going up to $2,000. You can get in before that happens down below at 60 to 75% off. Why are we increasing the price? Because I want to attract a higher quality student. I want to attract high quality members, high quality people that we can mastermind with. We can meet up several times a year. I'm going to launch a mastermind. That's what's going to happen later on this year. And to join the mastermind, you have to have a successful e-commerce brand. We're going to check it. We're going to make you send screenshots and all that stuff. So you have to have a successful brand to join. Yeah. But let's get to some questions. So that's how the VC works. And basically, we're going to interview you. If you put an effort into the application, you don't have to go overboard. You don't have to write an entire book. Just, show that you care. Talk about who you are, talk about the idea, talk about the product, give me as much information as possible so me and my team can really look at it. And then when you get on an interview with us, we can really discuss. We can talk in person. And then how it's going to work is 3:33 p.m. How it's going to work is basically we're going to give you an offer. We're going to discuss how much money you're looking for. Let's say 5K, 10K, 2K, 7K, and then we are going to give you an offer, and it's going to be fair, and you're going to retain the majority of your business, and it's going to be in exchange for equity and a royalty, which is going to be very fair, because with us, you're going to be able to grow that business so much quicker and so much faster than you on your own, especially you have that financial help as well. So let's get to some questions. Would you suggest to pay $100, $200 for Facebook ads a day? No, that's a lot if you're starting out. So in the testing phase, when you're dropshipping, you should not be spending more than $100, $150 on testing a product. Although personally, I don't like the concept of testing a product because why do you need to test something if you already see that it's working for somebody, right? And yeah, you might be saying, oh, well, what if it doesn't work for me? Well, no, the reason why it's not working for you is because your offer is not there. So what an offer is in e-commerce, basically it's like the combination of your price, how you're presenting the product, what's different about your product, what's unique about your product, who your target market is, what's special about your product that makes people want to buy your product in that niche instead of others. That's what that is. Do I need to have an open e-commerce store to apply? No. So we are exclusively investing in people who haven't started yet, who want to get started, or people who are very in the early stages. So if you do have an e-commerce store up and running and it's made some sales, that's fine too. But we are exclusively investing in the angel investing phase, which means before you start out. You have Telegram? I do, but I don't really have a group on there or anything. When filling out the application, what if I have a niche and a website surrounding it, but not a specific product? Yeah, you need a specific product. Because we've had a lot of applications with a brand idea. They're saying skincare or I don't know, let's say skincare or beauty or whatever. You need to have an actual product idea. Because if you just give me a brand idea, well, what do you expect me to do? I have to find the product for you now? I have so many videos on my channel showing you how to find profitable products. For Shopify, you use Ecom Radar. It's a free tool. For Amazon, you can use Jungle Scout. It's not that expensive, and you need it if you want to succeed with Shopify anyway. And by the way, right now this is open to everybody, but later on, we're going to close the VC and make it exclusive to members of the Econ Freedom program and the Econ Freedom community. So we're going to make it exclusive to our students. And that I want to support the community that way. I want to like invest in talented people who are members of Ecom Freedom, who are part of our coaching. So, yeah. Are you not posting podcasts anymore? I love doing podcasts. It's just I've got so many things going on. Like, for me, growing e-commerce brands is my number one priority in my life. Doing YouTube is a second. I do YouTube because I love doing YouTube, and then also it helps grow Ecom Freedom. It helps, get more members in there, and I also love sharing what's working for me in e-commerce. But, podcasts, they're like down the line. Right now, I'm really busy with my own e-commerce brands, getting a specific brand up and running, which is taking a lot of my time and money, but we're gonna make it succeed. And then podcasts and stuff, that's like the first thing to go out the window. But I'm still, you can check, I have very valuable episodes on there. Basically, when I have the time, I post. So I'm gonna keep posting for the rest of my life. I'm not just gonna like stop forever. But sometimes, I really don't have time. I only have 24 hours in a day. Do I need to be an Econ Freedom student to get investment? Right now, no, but in the future, yes. So if you want to apply, you want to have a chance, make sure you fill out the application and put an effort, please. Garf says, which course are you in? So the mentorship, we have the best mentorship program in the world. I mean, we have, you get mentorship with myself on calls. So we have bi-weekly calls. We just had it today, a 2-hour call. I answered everybody's question. I spent 15 minutes with every single person who had a question, and then on Zoom. And then you get one-on-one Facebook mentorship with, we have several successful mentors. So Josh Bach in the Shopify group, Jeff Greenslade in the Amazon group, who does, $45K a month on Amazon. Josh Bach does like $10K a day on Shopify. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. You probably should watch the video on how to get mentorship in the program. I'm not sure if, I don't know why you're emailing or what's going on, but yeah. Just post in the Facebook group and then tag me. Is this open for non-US citizens? Yes, you don't have to be a US citizen to apply for the VC. What licenses do I need to start? You don't need any licenses. All you need is the will and a good product idea. What's the best strategy to sell products online? How to start from first ad to make it profitable? Highly recommend you watch either my 5-hour Amazon tutorial or my 2-hour Shopify tutorial. I've got literally the best tutorials, the longest, the most in-depth. Just because it's the longest doesn't mean it's the best, but they're also the best. So you don't need any licenses to start. Is Shift for Shop the same as Shopify? I've never heard of Shift for Shop. There's a lot of other store builders, but Shopify, there's a reason why it's number one. It's simply the best. You can literally get a profitable store. Well, you can get a store up and running in like 1 to 2 days and make it profitable in a matter of weeks. Maybe even in your first week, if you're lucky, right? If you have a good offer. Brandon says, the call was amazing, guys. I recommend this course. It helps out so much and saves so much time and will give you the knowledge about everything you need to know to have a successful brand. Thank you so much, Brandon. It was awesome to talk to you, man. It was amazing. Do you suggest business insurance in the beginner phase? I don't. You do need to have it for selling on Amazon, but I would say don't worry about it until you're making thousands per month consistently. Is it a messy process if you already have an EIN as a sole proprietor and later creating an LLC? No, it's not a messy process. You can just easily switch it. You can start your LLC later. Whoops. How do I negotiate the price of shipping? On Aliexpress, the delivery takes 30 to 50 days, but the shipping is cheaper. However, on Alibaba, delivery is 15 pounds, but takes a few days. What is the best option? I'm assuming you're drop shipping. Well, look, you can't negotiate the price of shipping. If you want, shipping is static. However, you might not know with the supplier if they're telling you the truth about shipping. So what you do in that case is you can always contact multiple suppliers and see. You kind of get a better idea at like for an accurate shipping price. You can see, okay, so supplier A is telling me 15 pounds, supplier B is telling me 7 pounds, supplier 3 is telling me 10 pounds. You can kind of take the average and be like, okay, so that's the fair price. That's the only way to really know the right price for shipping. You can't really negotiate it. Remember, guys, profit margin is very important to calculate. Extremely important. A lot of people, they just start a store and they never calculate a profit margin. It's a big, big mistake. I'm going to link our Amazon FBA profit calculator. It's free, just like a lot of our tools. So go check it out. It's right there. Make sure you calculate your profit. It's for Amazon. We're going to make a Shopify profit calculator later on, though. I'm a total beginner. What do you recommend for me? Watch my video on Shopify versus Amazon. Both are good. I prefer Amazon to start with personally, but it's a personal preference. It doesn't mean it's better. On Amazon, I like it because you can just basically, all you have to do is focus on the process, finding a product, sourcing it, finding a supplier, making sure that it's branded well, and then you can just get the listing. There's less moving pieces with Amazon. With Shopify, there's a lot more. You got to make sure the store looks good. You got to make sure, all the correct apps are installed. You got to make sure that your ads are good. So there's a lot more moving pieces, but again, there are some products that I would sell exclusively on Shopify, and other products I would not sell, like other products that are better for Amazon, right? So it really depends. I bought your Amazon Freedom course very recently. Do you have tips on keeping yourself accountable, especially when you hit a hurdle? Yeah, you just got to keep going, man. This is not rocket science. Starting an a successful e-commerce brand is easy. Starting an 7-8-figure e-commerce brand is easy. It's not difficult. It might seem difficult, but it's not hard. All it requires from you is commitment. If you make the decision today, I am going to build a successful e-commerce brand. It's going to be for 7 figures, then 8 figures, then 9 figures. That's all it takes, really. That's all it takes. You have to make a decision. I know it sounds so simple and so stupid almost, but that's all it takes. And if you make the decision, and if you continue making that decision every single day, you will succeed no matter what. No matter what. You're going to force life to hand over to you what you desire, what you've decided already to have. For those of you joining, I'm giving between 1 and 10K for new entrepreneurs who want to partner up with the Ecom Freedom VC. Basically, there's an application process. You can apply down below. Don't look at the deadline. The deadline, we have to change it. It's wrong on the page. And basically, if you have any product, if you're a talented person, you really, even if you're not talented, I say this, you might think, oh, I'm not talented. You don't have to be a talented person, but if you know that you can succeed, and if you have a product idea, maybe you were walking around one day, maybe you were just like chilling in the kitchen or driving somewhere, and you got a product idea that popped up in your head, you're like, oh, that'd be cool to start. I would like that. Apply. If you don't know, but if you apply and we select you, and I will select you if you're a good person, if you're committed to making this work, if I see that you're willing to put in the effort, and if I also see the product idea is good, then we're going to help you because we're going to have our skin in the game. We're going to help you grow a multi-million-dollar brand very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Eight-figure online business is not hard, but it's a lot of work. Yes, true. It's not difficult. It is a lot of work, but so is working a 9-to-5 job. So is going to college, especially paying off student debt the rest of your life like I was supposed to do. If I never started e-commerce, I would have had 40K of student debt. I probably still would have been paying off for sure. I enrolled in your Shopify course, but I rarely see you answer questions because you're now in Amazon more than Shopify. So there's one thing that I have to make very clear. Ecom Freedom has grown much beyond me. It's not just me. I've hired the best people in the game, people that I've either mentored myself in my own courses, or people that I know are just absolute killers with e-commerce, and I've teamed up with them, and they help me with the mentorship. So with my mentorship, how it works is that you get to go on a Zoom call with me every 2 weeks. So once every 2 weeks, we go for 2.5 hours to about 2 hours. Today it was like 2.5 hours. And I literally answered every single person's questions on there. Like Brandon was on the call today. We had 15 minutes face-to-face on Zoom, Mike, and we talked about e-commerce, answered all the questions. But our mentorship program is by far the best. Even though you don't see me constantly answering questions on Facebook in the groups, you see my team of 7-figure mentors doing it. Like people that are actually selling, like Josh Bogg, he has a YouTube channel. You can check it out. Absolutely killing it. He was one of my earliest students at Shopify. McKay, also one of my earliest students. He's also a mentor in there. He's doing 7 figures a year with Shopify. On the Amazon side, you have Andrew Hoffman doing over $1 million+ per year. So he's mentoring students in there. And then you have Jeff Greenslade, My homie, he's like killing it. He's doing 45K a month on Amazon. So, the mentorship program is really amazing. You get to talk one-on-one with people, and you can pick it up right now at a discount. Link is down below. Price will go up. What's the best professional advice you've received? The best advice, I'm not professional, but the best advice that I've ever received was, if you want to live an amazing life, don't do what everybody else does. It's a really great quote by a billionaire, actually. What do you think is a good way to sell? I don't really get the question. I've created a dropshipping store which can play videos on like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, and you can shop add to cart while watching videos. Amazon and Shopify are both great. I mean, watch my videos. I show you how to do it. Hey Dan, I've always wanted to know the time for the live streams. I found it. Oh, this is not the usual. This is not the usual live stream. So I just did it a little bit later today because we had our student call today. But I do it, on Sundays a little bit earlier, a few hours earlier than this usually. Sometimes this time, sometimes earlier. What's the cost for Shopify? It's down below. You'll find it. It's on sale. Shopify is 75% off right now. It's $497. It will go up to $2K. Amazon is $800. There's a free trial for Amazon, so you can check it out without even paying a penny. We have a box set, I wrote a whole book with the entire course that you can get as well, shipped to your house once you're actually a paying member of the course. You're going to get that as well, a whole box set, everything, with like step-by-step images, everything, plus my own goals notebook. So you're gonna have my exact framework of how I do my visualization, how I write my goals every single day. You're gonna get all these things. Does your Ecom Freedom include FBA and Shopify? No, it's two separate courses per one. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Super happy to have you here. Join the family. We have 320K of us, which is awesome. I remember when I was making videos, literally busting my ass cleaning windows, trying to save up money for my e-commerce business. I still have those videos on my YouTube channel. They're the earliest videos on my channel, and it's crazy to even think. I literally had like 60 subscribers, and I was getting no views. I literally have vlogs of me busting my ass cleaning windows to get started with e-commerce. This was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So, I appreciate every single one of you, and you're in good hands. This is the best channel for e-commerce on the internet, the best tutorials. There's a reason why the green tea is good, man. The green tea is good. I'm on that cutting flex right now, so green tea is a really good fat burner. Highly recommend green tea, specifically Ahmad green tea. Their green tea and Earl Grey is just fire. So, yes, personal mentorship is included both in Shopify and Amazon, as I discussed. Yes, there's mentorship. How come, I love this question. It's a good question. How come there's so many e-commerce experts who give you advice? If y'all so good, why you're not making money with it instead of making YouTube videos? No hate, just wondering. So it's a very good question. It's very valid. I would be asking the same thing. So the reason why I personally teach e-commerce, the reason why I make these videos is because when I started e-commerce, literally, I knew even before I started e-commerce that I wanted to do YouTube, because when I was 15, 16 years old, I had a video game YouTube channel that you could probably still find out there. It had 60,000 subscribers. So YouTube has always been in my blood. I've always wanted to, be some kind of an influencer, but for something useful, not just an influencer for the sake of being an influencer. And so when I started with e-commerce, I knew that I'm not really going to be fulfilled just selling physical products online with an Amazon store or a Shopify store. I wanted to share travels. I wanted to share the dream life. And I also saw there was a significant lack. There was a severe lack of people like entrepreneur YouTubers at the time. There was one guy who really motivated me. His name was Tanner J. Fox. I'm sure you remember him. 23 years old. I think he was 21 or 22 back then. And so he was like one of the guys, bought a Lambo with his Amazon money, all that stuff, released the course. And I saw him and I'm like, wow, I want to do this, but I want to do it my way. I want to start a YouTube channel and really share what's working for me to help people, because at the time there were no resources on how to start a successful online business. It wasn't so step-by-step like I made it with my videos. And so that's why I do it. And the question is, why do you keep doing it today? Well, look, I've built up a massive audience, a massive army of subscribers. I literally have the plaque here. I'm gonna put it on the wall. 100,000 subscribers. I'm gonna get the gold one soon. We're about 32% to the gold one. But my point is that it's also a way for me to, cash more into e-commerce, right? So it's all these income streams. As you know, the average millionaire, multimillionaire has like 5, 6, 7 income streams. And so obviously it's an additional income stream for me, but it's not just an income stream because I've built a company of 15 people. We have 15 employees, not VAs, not like random people in the Philippines. These are real people that we have on payroll, and we're all, involved in e-commerce. We're all sharing the same vision. We want to create the best coaching platform as well, which also helps us find great deals for the VC, for the Ecom Freedom VC, as I'm making the video on today. So that's why, as you can see, I'm growing. My main thing is always growing brands. Why? I'm going to make in my life way more money off of growing e-commerce brands than I can ever make selling courses. Why? You can make a few million a year selling courses, but with an e-commerce brand, especially like, let's say, I'll give you an example. So I'm starting a brand right now. I've been in the starting phase for the past few months. It's a brand that's going to cost like $250,000 to really start because it's a functional foods brand. I want to create the best functional foods in North America. And what a functional food is, basically, it's like, food for athletes. So not just like protein powder, not that crap, it's been overdone, but like actual food. I'm talking like ice cream, I'm talking all these things. And so, like protein smoothies, all these things, right? So I want to create the best ones out there, the best. And, I can work on that for 3, 4, 5 years and grow it into a $100 million company, $200 million company, $500 million company. With courses, the most I can make is, a few million a year in our company. And a lot of that goes to our employees. So that's the whole truth. Everything feeds off each other. That's how it works here. How do I ask you questions after I buy Econ Freedom? So you get on our call, and there's also a video in Econ Freedom in the trial. You'll find how to get mentorship. And then you can also ask questions in the Facebook group, and then you can also message our mentors one-on-one. What did you lose the most money on when you were starting? What did I lose the most money on? Well, probably my first failed product. I lost a few thousand, but it was no big deal. Yo, Dan, I made $2,000 in my first 2 weeks. One sec, I lost the chat there. Yo, Dan, I made $2,000 in 2 weeks. No Facebook ads, all SEO, one influencer. What's your advice to make this $2K a day? Oh, you're going to have to do ads, man. You're going to have to do ads. Organic is cool and all, but with organic, you can't crank up the volume, right? You can't crank up the volume. With ads, you get some ads that are working, and if you got a converting offer, a converting store, you can just scale that to the moon. You can literally turn a store making $100 a day into a store making $10,000 a day in a matter of months with ads. What do you think of giveaways to people who enroll in your course to motivate them? What do you mean like giveaways? Like giving away money? No, I don't do that. There's no giveaways in life. If you want, we can invest in you. You can apply for the VC. There's a link down below. By the way, if you want between 1 and 10K investment, it's free to apply. If you have a product idea, there's the link. Ali, there's a video in the course on how to get mentorship. So you can basically send Josh Bach, as many questions as you want. You can send McKay as many questions as you want. Both have been my students. Both are doing 7 figures a year with the Shopify brands. I mainly have product photos. Is this bad for Facebook ads? Yeah, you don't want to just have photos. You want to, you want to look at your competitors, kind of like what ads they're running, and see. I want 1 mil for giveaway. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. The only place you'll get that is the lottery, and then again, you're gonna basically spend more than $1 million in tickets to win that eventually. And it's probably not even going to happen. Did you read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Yes, it's in my bookshelf right here. I have 3 bookshelves in my apartment here. I have, and somebody asked on the other live, if you're so rich, why do you live in an apartment? I thought that was the dumbest question I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, yeah, so I got this bookshelf here, which is a smaller one. I got a much bigger one in my room, and then a much bigger one in this other bedroom. I have like a few $1,000s worth of books here. I hate you for not answering my questions. You're only promoting your mentorship. What was your question? And no, I'm not promoting my mentorship. The point of this video was to promote the VC. Was to to promote the fact that this is the only opportunity. This is the only place anywhere that you can get between 1 and 10K to help you start your brand. No one else is doing this, and no one else will do this. But I have the confidence that myself and my team, we can really grow and help you guys grow successful brands. So yes, you can apply more than once. Does the VC include people with no capital? Yes, you don't have to have capital, nothing. I'll actually tell you why I live in an apartment, Taylor. It's funny you said that. So right now I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. I've been renting this apartment for a while. And the reason I'm renting is because I find, first of all, mobility. If you buy a house, you're not mobile. It's not liquid, meaning that it's a pain in the ass to buy it and it's a pain in the ass to sell it. Apartment, I can just keep paying every month. I got my stuff here. I travel a lot. I have mobility. If I want to stop living in Arizona, I can literally cancel the lease immediately. No headache, no nothing. So I do want a house eventually, but I'm 25 years old. There's no rush. I don't need to settle down. Bro was mad. You're trying to make money off ridiculously valuable info. Yeah, man. I mean, people will get mad for different reasons. Dan, why should anyone invest? Dan, why should everyone invest in your course besides the free mentorship with successful 7 to 8 figure brands, 24/7 support, group chat, and a VC opportunity that's free to apply? Great question. I don't know. People, it's funny when people still say I'm a scam or whatever. I post my earnings from our brands on my YouTube channel, on my YouTube community page. I literally invest in my students. If this was a scam, why would I be investing in the scam? We already actually made a few investments. So our VC group on our Slack is popping, some great products that I know each brand will at least get to $1 million in evaluation, like 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. Do you dropship or buy stock? I only buy stock, but dropshipping is really a beginner thing. It's good to start. What do you think about the new iOS 14 update? Yeah, so it really, we've seen various results. For certain products, it's really screwed up the tracking. For others, it hasn't screwed up the tracking. It's not a big deal. There's always going to be new updates, and people are always worrying. You don't have to worry about this. Just focus on getting the business up and running. Can you apply for the VC if you're in the course? Yes. Right now, the VC is open to everybody, but in the future, I'm going to make the VC exclusive to members of Econ Freedom. So you will have to be in the course to be able to apply for the VC and be able to get between $1,000 and $10,000 from me, from our company, to help you grow your business. An example, by the way, of VC to how it works. Why am I giving money? Well, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to help new entrepreneurs and I want to, build the greatest brands, the greatest e-commerce brands in the 21st century. I have the knowledge. I've been doing this for so long. 4 years in e-commerce is literally like 40 years in real life of any other real job because e-commerce is so new. So with the VC, since I am so busy with my own businesses, I am able to invest in talented people who I can see they can do it themselves, but they can also, I'm there for advice and I can leverage my time, right? I don't have to be there building out the website. I don't have to be there building out the listing. I can be there like a strategic kind of in a strategic advisory role, myself and my team. That's why we're doing the VC. And as far as I know, we're the only people that are doing this. There's no other place where a new entrepreneur can get between 1 and 10K for their brand. It has to be e-commerce, by the way. Please don't apply with non-e-commerce type businesses. And it has to be something that you haven't started yet, or if you started, it's fine. Just link your earnings. Josh says, loving the live, bro. Thanks, Josh. He's our mentor in Shopify. Amazing guy. Absolutely killing it. So you get his mentorship as well if you join Shopify Freedom. The links are down below. What do you think about CJ dropshipping? I don't like any of those platforms. So I don't. Why? Just use Aliexpress, Alibaba. Don't overthink it. How many winners are there? Unlimited. So if I see that you're talented, if I see that you have the will and you made a decision to succeed and the product is good, I'm going to invest in you. It's as simple as that. There's not a certain amount of people. Clothing e-commerce brand, I would not recommend it. I've never started one, so I don't have experience with clothing e-commerce. But that's like fashion, right? I have a few books in my other bookshelf on luxury branding because I'm really interested in like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Versace and how they were able to grow their brands so valuably, right? To a point where they're able to literally sell a purse for like thousands of dollars. Do you take a percentage of revenue? Right. So an example of VC deal would be, let's say you have a product, and let's say that you put an effort into the application, you booked an interview with myself, we get on the interview, I see that you're really serious about this and I see the product has good potential and you have a great vision for the brand. Let's say we talk and I ask, okay, how much are you looking for? Let's say you say $5,000. So, $5,000. And by the way, we're going to make sure that that 5K is going to like really get you started. It's not just going to be like 5K, oh, you don't have enough money for inventory or second order and the thing screws up, right? Then obviously I lose my 5K. We lose our 5K. So how it works is that it'll be, let's say I offer you 5K and it's going to be in exchange for equity and royalty. So basically equity meaning like, we're going to 5K in exchange for something fair like 10%, 20%, all the way up to 49%, right? So you still retain your majority. It wouldn't be 49% for 5K. That's an exception. We wouldn't do that. And then also because most e-commerce brands will never go on to sell, like actually, because the thing about business a lot of people forget is you can actually sell a business. So an e-commerce brand that's doing $1 million a year, let's keep it more realistic, let's say 100K a year. If you're new, these numbers sound crazy, right? 100K a year, that business has an intrinsic value of between 3 and 5x revenue, 5 and 10x profit. So you can actually sell a business that does 100K a year, which is about, I think it's $266 a day, something like that. Like $250, $300 a day, you can sell that business for about 250 to 500K if it's 100K a year. And to grow a business to 100K a year, you can do it in like 2 months. So with e-commerce, I mean specifically. Because most businesses will never go on to sell, you might keep your e-commerce business for the rest of your life. Well, then we're never going to make our money because you're never going to sell the business. It doesn't mean we take that profit. It doesn't mean we take all that money that you make. Basically we just own that percent. So let's say if you do sell the business one day, if you sell for $1 million or $2 million, and let's say we own 20%, if you sold for $1 million, we take 200,000, you get 800,000. Great deal, right? Because you wouldn't have been able to do it without it. Because most e-commerce businesses will never go on to sell, basically we take a royalty as well. So the royalty is a percentage of sales. So it can be, 1%, 2%, 5%, 8%, 10%, 15%, depends on the investment. And so that way we get some kind of cash flow, we get some kind of return. Because if you keep your e-commerce brand for like the rest of your life, we're never going to make any money, even if you're making tons of money. So that is how it works. It's very fair. And there's no other opportunity like it. You can't get these. There's no other company in the world, as far as I know, that is offering money for small scale new entrepreneurs starting an e-commerce brand. There's no other company that wants to take the risk, but I see potential in you guys. I see the potential because I was once in your shoes, watching YouTube lives, watching YouTube, and I had so much passion and ambition and I wanted to get started. I just didn't have the money. Can you make more videos for TikTok ads? Yeah, definitely. It's a great idea. I'm gonna make some more. When is the public VC switching into the private one? Probably in the next few months. So right now, as I'm making this video, it's May 2021. So in the next few months for sure. I am in your mentorship program, Dan. After module 3, I'll join your Facebook and other site that you have. Cool. What countries can apply? Any country. What do you say about Matthew Lepre? I don't know who that is. Dan, I have a clothing store. Does this work for drop shipping? No, not really, because with clothing, you're not going to drop. I mean, you can do print on demand, but how are you going to differentiate clothing, right? Unless you have some super special idea, if that's your passion. But this is not really the channel for you because I don't specialize in selling clothing, honestly. It's a whole different ballgame. You're selling style. You're not selling function, utility, and value. So do I start selling without the logo? Yes. Watch my video on Shopify. How to get a logo and fast shipping. for your product. There I explain the process. Can non-Shopify Freedom members apply? Yes, for now, but in the future, no. Can I work with a private limited based in the UK? Yes, you can. And by the way, in Ecom Freedom, you don't just get the courses. You also get Ecom Freedom MBA, which is an entire course that teaches you everything you know about taxes, bookkeeping, literally everything. Like all the essential skills need to be a successful entrepreneur. A lot of people, they don't have these skills, and then when they need to find an accountant, they need to find a bookkeeper, they just don't know what to do. They get screwed by taxes. So I don't want this to happen to you. That's why really Ecom Freedom is the one-stop, all-in-one solution. Would you recommend having a background with e-commerce before taking your course? No. It's for people who are literally clueless about e-commerce. When I started, I was clueless. Sneaker reselling. I don't know why you keep spamming that in the chat, but like, dude, I don't have anything to say about sneaker reselling. It's not what I do, and it's just a hustle. It's not a business. Is it a good idea to list 6 products of 3 different categories in a single store? No, then it's a general store. And my attitude on general store is not good. Robert says he had no clue about e-commerce, but the course is really good. Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. We always have our students in here back in the course. We have a great rating on Trustpilot. You can check it out. We just launched our Trustpilot. We have a 4.2 out of 5, over 100 5-star reviews. We have a few 1-stars, obviously. Every business does. Mostly it's people who have just given up. They've kind of, just given up on their dreams, and they fall into a negative mindset. 28 years old, 250K net worth, comfortable job. Do I take the plunge into e-commerce? Of course. 250K, man. I took the plunge with like 1K. You have 250K and you're asking me this question? I'm shocked. By the way, your house doesn't count in that net worth. Danny, a very good person. God bless you. Thank you very much. What is your advice for students who want to start? Should they continue to get a job so they can start? Yeah, I would say you definitely need a source of income. E-commerce is a cash-intensive business, so you want to make sure that you you have that cash that you're able to keep investing in your business. That's why we have this Ecom Freedom VC. If you want to partner up with us, you don't mind giving away some equity. You don't mind, giving away a little bit of your business so that because the upside is so much higher, right? With us, we'll tell you right away how to scale it to $1 million. We'll tell you I'm there every step of the way with you. You have my phone number. You can literally call me. You have my personal phone number. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll answer. I'll tell you what to do. So that's how it works. What should I do if I'm underage and I want to start this year, but I don't have enough money for the course? That's okay, man. Like, there's no rush to buy the course. Like, if you're whatever. I mean, if you want to get it at this price, then yes. But if you're underage, I would say read books. Read books. And I'm only saying that because you're underage. Because if you're underage, there's no rush because you really can't get a credit card, to like for Amazon or for Shopify. You can't do things, right? Unless you get your mom or your dad to do it. So, but for the rest of you, if you want to get in Shopify Freedom, Econ Freedom, and you want the best mentorship from real people on my team who are just incredible people and selling, very successful, 7-figure sellers, then go ahead and join because you'll get joined at a discount. You get lifetime access to both the mentorship and the course. I have $2,000. Should I buy your Shopify Freedom and mentorship first or go all in? Well, what do you mean? You pay for the Shopify Freedom, which is $497 at the time of making this video, and then you go all in. I have 30K cash saved up. I'd love to be able to get it in motion. Is FBA still a good idea in 2020? Yes, come on. I get this question so many times, man. It blows my mind. Is Amazon still good in 2021? Like, when are we going to be asking? Like, people are going to be asking, is Amazon still good in 2050? Is Amazon still good in 2070? Is Amazon still good in 1996? Guys, the only no is in 1996 it didn't exist, I think. Or I think it was just getting started. When is the course going up to 1997? Very soon, because I'm releasing the update for Shopify at the end of this month, and the price will go up. And we also have payment plans as well. So You can check out the payment plans. It's flexible. Is Jungle Scout Academy good to go over before jumping into Econ Freedom? No, because Jungle Scout Academy does not have mentorship. It does not have a team of people who are there to help you, hold your hand, people who are doing 7 figures. People in Jungle Scout Academy, they just own the software. They don't actually sell. They don't actually know what they're like. They can tell you what to do, but they just made the software. If you want to learn basic stuff like how to open your Seller Central account, how to make a listing, how to do step-by-step monotone shit, you can join a Udemy course. There are tons on there for like $19. But if you want a complete all-in-one success package that will show you from A to Z with all the best strategies up to date for life, with mentorship, with calls with myself, with an opportunity to get investment in your brand, then you join Ecom Freedom. And those who see the value join, and those who don't see the value, they don't join. They go into Udemy and then they come back and, in a year or 2 years and they're like, oh, I didn't succeed. Amazon is a scam. Blah, blah, blah. You know the kind. My brother has a salary working from 9 to 5. How do I convince him to this? He doesn't have the right mindset. You don't have to convince anyone. I don't know why you're trying to convince your brother. What's the saying? You can't what's the saying? You can't convince a horse. You can only lead the horse to water or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. All right. You can only point them in the right direction, but you can't force anybody. Yeah, better to stay out. Yeah, Robert said if he doesn't have the right mindset, better to stay out. I completely agree. All right, guys. Well, today's was nice, short, and sweet. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, danv@econfreedom.com, DANV@econfreedom.com. You can also add me on Instagram @danvass. Thank you so much. Where did your subscriber count from? Get your subscriber count from? From my YouTube channel? It's just the clock that shows it. But anyway, thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing rest of your Sunday.